shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks had...
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard. And for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. From deep. And that's good. Jamal Murray for three. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement. And you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Porter finds Murray. Another three for Denver.
Murray has that spirit of, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for mine.
Here's Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Murray surveying the D. Inside. The kick out to Porter. 5 to shoot. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Porter finds Murray. Back to Porter. And the pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And here's Doncic from the arc. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. To the inside. Here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Hardaway kicks to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Porter against Redick. Now here's Porter. D right on him, and he lays it straight in.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Now Powell, defended by Gordon. Here's Richardson. And that one goes long. The Nuggets leading by 5. On the wing, Porter. Shoots over Redick. That's good from Porter on the assist by Gordon. Porter's got 6 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Goes back up, and the layup is good.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Richardson outside. Pass to Powell. And here's Brunson. He's covered by Murray. And yes, it's good.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Barton passes to Porter. There's the pass to Jokic. They grab their own miss. Porter kicks to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Back to Cauley Stein. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nuggets lead by 9. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And Ricardo.
Southwest, I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Come on.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to McGee. Here's Dozier. Bold dishes to McGee. Shoots over Powell, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Morris against Brunson. Morris kicks the ball. Rivers gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Denver leading by 10. Rivers with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Morris passes to Rivers. The feed to McGee. Inside. Tipped away. Passes it to Bull. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks trail by 12. Outside Hardaway. Tries a three. Marjanovic, no good. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And the wide open shot from Morris buries the long-range jumper. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Over Morris. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Here's Bull. Morris outside. McGee inside. Headed by Porzingis. McGee's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 13. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, good on the three.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. For three, Murray. Second chance shot. Jokic passes to Gordon. Murray dishes to Barton. Back to Murray. Denver passing it around. Misses off the right iron. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. 13. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a 13-point lead. And thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. And it's Green missing. Mavericks trail by 13. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. And he finishes nicely on the way. Hardaway has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, Hardaway Jr. is a competitor now, showing you some real toughness. He's not going to give you an inch. He's going to fight you to the finish.
Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Barton, wide open, he fires. He kicks it to Murray. The pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. For the three. They get the rebound. And they go to the intentional foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Denver with a change here, too. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Green. Murray finds Gordon. Can't hit from in close.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Murray outside. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got 8 points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got his second bucket.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Barton outside. Murray outside. Lays it up off the glass. 8 points for Jamal Murray.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
.152 left here in the third quarter. It's Richardson on the wing. Barton defending. Richardson kicks to Brunson. No good on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 13.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Back to Redick. Over Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Porter.
Boy, it is hard work trying to guard Redick because he stays active and is never still. Always on the move.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Rivers finds McGee. Morris outside. To the left side wing. Rivers against Richardson. Drives contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Brunson scanning the floor. High post, Cauley Stein. Outside, Redick. Back to Cauley Stein. Makes it off the glass. Cauley Stein's got 6.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Morris into the lane. And Bull wide open. He shoots. Off target with the open look. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Cauley Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. It's a 14-point game. Rivers against Richardson. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Doncic against Murray. Pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. A three-pointer off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Doncic, here we go.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Denver leading by 12. Murray with it. Passes it to Jokic. Lets it go with a three. It's Porter outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. The three for Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. Gordon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Porter passes to Gordon. Now Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Murray outside. They get it back. Jokic kicks to Barton. Tips it, but no good. Mavericks trail by 15. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. For 3, Murray. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. A pass to Porzingis. Doncic finds Porzingis. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
The Nuggets leading by 13. 1:52 left to play here in the fourth. Jokic against Porzingis. From deep. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Porter dishes to Gordon. Barton outside. 6 on the shot clock. And another miss by Denver. Dallas now running out of time. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second-chance points.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Michael Porter.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Barton from outside. The Nuggets with another miss. And so here is Dallas, trailing by 13. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. The three for Doncic. Denver grabs the miss. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Down low, kicks it out to Gordon. Barton right side. It's Porter outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. The three ball. No good. Shot missing. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. the 5, roaming the paint. And for Dallas.
Here we go.
Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Beverly. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
George looking around. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Back to Zubac. From deep three-point range, Leonard no luck.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Kept alive. Here's Marjanovic. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there. Outside, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Hardaway. The rebound by Paul George. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. Outside, George. Passes it to Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Here's George. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And he gets it to go. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Cauley-Stein. And it's good, 2 points.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Kennard with the ball. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Brunson. The 3. Kennard with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jackson with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. And Cousins throws it down.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Morris against Reddick. 1:10 left to play here in the first. Brunson against Jackson. Brunson, good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now the pass to Kennard. to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Outside for Batum. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Jackson against Brunson. Pass to Reddick. It's Powell on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Jackson. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Now off the inbound. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Clippers. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Jackson in at the 1.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
As sort of a hired gun, Reddick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
And so here is Dallas. Here's Brunson. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Kennard for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Brunson. Rebound by the Clippers. Morris right side. Jackson in the corner. Back to Morris. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
You've got to stay disciplined. Just a lapse defensively. With that said, Richardson's becoming trickier on the offensive end.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Leonard inside, covered by Reddick. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Ibaka's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I don't think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think we're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
George dishes to Leonard. to the right wing. The Clippers again turning it over.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Doncic feeling it out. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Lays it up and banks it in. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Beverly against Hardaway. Here's Leonard, and the Clippers miss again.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Ibaka. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 3. Beverly finds Leonard. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ibaka, the pass to Leonard. Back to Ibaka. Zubac trying to break loose. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night. Doncic outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Feeds it to George. Back to Leonard. Lots of room. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Doesn't go that time.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here's Leonard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And now a 5-point Maverick lead.
He saw the opportunity to get an easy bucket on the break and took advantage of it.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
George dishes to Beverly. Kicks it to Leonard. Outside, George. 5 to shoot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Filing to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
Mavericks making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. The throw good. Paul George. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Beverly finds Ibaka. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now, here's Kennard. Outside for Jackson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Now, Brunson. And the layup's good off the glass. Brunson's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Dallas leading by 9. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Brunson the pass to Redick. To the middle and stolen by Cousins. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here's Kennard. He has 5. Passes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Owning that area around the rim, something DeMarcus has done as far back as we can remember.
Brunson against Jackson. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Timeout. And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
Dallas calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
1:30 left in the third. To the paint, here's Richardson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Jackson. And there's the pass to Cousins. Releases from 15. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Mavericks leading by 9. Brunson with it. He has 6. To the middle. Here's Redick. And he converts the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Pass to Batum. Brunson against Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Clock at 6. Tries it from 9. That shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Morris. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Morris has got his first 2 points of the night.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Brunson scanning the floor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Batum in at the 4. Brunson, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 11-point game. He feeds it to Cousins. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Brunson the pass to Powell. Now Richardson. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So both teams changing it up here. Doncic against Leonard. Unloads from 13. Marjanovic. Great positioning on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Doncic against George. And here's Leonard. He kicks it to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Here's Doncic. Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Doncic against Leonard. Pass to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Outside, George. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And we talk about George's confidence. When you have that kind of range, you should be confident.
Leonard against Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Clippers trail by 12. A deep three from Leonard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Beautiful stroke. A direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
Now, Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Goes up at the stripe. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Leonard looking over the floor. Beverly the pass to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Ibaka from the baseline. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Serge Ibaka.
Having to rush that one. Ibaka keeps his head up, sees the clock running down.
Outside Hardaway. to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Now, here's Doncic. Shoots over Zubac. Here's Marjanovic. Kicks it to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's Los Angeles now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. George dishes to Leonard. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. Passes it to Marjanovic. Inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
George against Doncic. Three-pointer. The rebound by Marjanovic. Here's Finney-Smith. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The sprawling metropolis of... We are
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Lillard kicks it out to Covington. It's Powell on the wing. Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends. Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Now here's Lillard. And there's the pass to McCollum. Lillard left side. He kicks to Covington. Down low. Here's McCollum. Count it.
Oh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Here's Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Wants to get it to Doncic, and does. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooting.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here is Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Nurkic with the double team. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and then Lillard slams it in.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
And Porzingis, here we go.
Big man coming through. Love whenever Porzingis puts his head down and just charges hard towards the basket.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And stolen by Redick. Fast break, here they come. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Robert Covington picks one up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, then boy did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Portland shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
Springy guy. Richardson is a great leaper, and he can get way up for it, too.
1:31 left to play in the first. Kicks it to Cantor to the inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Reddick. Now here's Brunson, guarded closely. The 9-foot shot, and Dallas again with the bucket. 1:05 left in the first quarter. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland, trailing by 2. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Portland shooting their second and third free throws tonight, and he knocks down the first one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Brunson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Anthony, the pass to Simons. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Now the Mavericks moving it up, and Anthony sends it back. Here's Giles, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Brunson scanning the floor. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got 6. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And, guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the layup is good. He's got 10.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And an intentional foul right there. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Lillard fires away from way outside. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Doncic outside. Inside, Hardaway. No good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. And the pass to Powell. Wide open. Unable to get that one. Left side, Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Lillard surveying the D. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way.
I like seeing Lillard go to the floater. He has such a soft release and touch on this shot.
Doncic outside. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Man, and it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Covington wide open. He fires. Here's Nurkic. Covington kicks to Lillard. Here's the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
His field goal percentage is creeping up there now. I mean, it wasn't pretty in the first quarter.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Runs in the pass to Redick. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailblazers trail by 4. Anthony on the wing. 58 seconds left to play in the first half. He gets that one.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Thompson with it. 10 points for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony. Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for him. So he gets them both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Simons surveying the D. Anthony right side. Four on the clock, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roll that freely on the glass.
Brunson, good.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Simons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
It's tipped. Stolen by Cantor. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them hoping. And that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And it's McCollum off the drive, and the layup falls. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over it.
Hardaway against McCollum. Porzingis inside, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Takes it out to Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Finney-Smith. Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. Doncic against Powell. The drive by Doncic. The shot's good. Doncic has got 8.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Finney-Smith and the powerful one-handed slam.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard outside. And 2 free throws coming up on it. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Covington's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 8. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Chalk up 2 there. 10 points for him.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Cauley Stein. Shakes him. And it's good on the way in. And now it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
Well, you have to commend the heart of Cauley Stein, looking committed to beating everyone down the floor in transition.
Lillard from outside. Portland again missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Brunson. 14 points for him. And that one, good. Brunson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
This is it to Richardson. Stolen by McCollum. And here comes the break. Here's Lillard. Good on the shot. And that's now 11 points for Lillard.
You can't do a lot to stop Lillard. He's amazing at absorbing contact on these drives.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Back to Brunson. That's tipped. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And that's an intentional foul. .40 left in the third. Lillard, the pass to Powell. From deep three-point range. And no good that time.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time. So I give credit to the arms of Cauley-Stein. They go on forever, which makes him the ultimate alley-oop finisher.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It's Powell on the wing. Here's Nurkic, and he banks in the layup. Nurkic has got 6 points.
He's the one trying to keep them in this game. A tremendous individual effort.
Here's Powell. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Both good from the line that time. Mavericks leading by 12. And here is Doncic. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Now, here's Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Simons. Pass to Giles. There's the dish to Carmelo. Beautiful reverse layup.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 14.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Simons. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
The shot by Anthony, no good. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Finney Smith passes to Hardaway. And it's Hardaway slamming it down.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skill to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Here's Cantor. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Finney Smith. Lob pass to Porzingis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Nice D from Doncic.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke.
And now we've got the intentional foul for the Trailblazers. Now Doncic. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Mavericks.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Lillard against Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And here's Porzingis. There's the triple. Rebounded by Covington.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough. Gets behind the D on the break, and the passes, I mean, it's there waiting for him.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Thank you, David. Great interview. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. And for the Nuggets, we've got Will Barton. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter, and it's Murray in at the point guard. Now here's Murray. Jokic passes to Murray. Off target with his three. Hardaway against Murray. A three-pointer, no good.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team. How about that burst of speed? Tim Hardaway Jr., whoa!
Pass to Gordon. Here's Murray. Jacks up a three. Porzingis with the rebound. Doncic against Murray. It's hauled in by Gordon. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Bob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
Now, here's Doncic. Takes a three, sinks the triple.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Murray, no good.
Boy, just 1 for 4. A little brisky right now.
A new 14 for the Mavericks. And they pick up 2.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Now here's Murray. Gordon inside. Guarded by Marjanovic. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Marjanovic down low. He's against Gordon. And that one's good. Marjanovic. For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And it's Jokic missing. Dallas leading by 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop and the dunk by Powell.
Outstanding timing from Powell. Rises up for the forceful alley-oop.
Barton outside. Murray outside. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Rivers. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Bol. He can't hit that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Redick. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. Richardson outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 8. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Bol.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Passes to Cauley-Stein. Now Powell. Pass to Richardson. Clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Brunson. His three-pointers off the mark. So it's Denver now. Morris dishes the Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Richardson attack. Oh!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
you got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Ball is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Morris into the lane. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Richardson. Down low. Stolen by McGee. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone.
Austin Rivers, opportunistic in transition. That's what happens when you sprint the floor.
Brunson scanning the floor. Lays it up and banks it in. Now Morris. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in, and Morris throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Redick with the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Richardson against Rivers. Now the dish to Bull. McGee. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Richardson. He's got 7 on deep. And Bull pulls it down. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Doncic, here we go.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Murray surveying the D, and he uses the glass on the layup.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. Outside Porter. Murray kicks to Porter. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Dallas leading by 3. And here is Doncic. He has 5. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Murray, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 9 seconds left here in the second. Murray outside with 1 on the clock. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what you... And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Murray against Marjanovic. Murray left side. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Out to Hardaway. Porzingis at the elbow. To the paint. Here's Finney Smith. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic. Denver shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Marjanovic with it. Kicks it to Doncic. 3-pointer. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Marjanovic has got 6.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Passes it to Jokic. Off target from 3-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Nuggets, Bol, he's checked in for Porter. Austin Rivers comes in for Will Barton, and Morris subbed in for Murray. And Jokic slams it in.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Richardson the pass to Brunson. Back to Richardson. Morris against Brunson. Shot from free throw range. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Morris passes to Bull. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Pass to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Morris looking over the floor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Richardson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And Richardson drops them both. And here are the Nuggets now. They trail by 14. Morris against Brunson. Morris with the bucket. Here's Brunson. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Reddick surveying the D. Back to Richardson. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 12. Here's Bull. That one falls.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Now Brunson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Monte Morris. Ole is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Dozier into the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone.
There is a sneaky athleticism when you're talking Austin Rivers. He goes to the cup with authority.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Now here's Cauley Stein. Pass to Brunson. Just 5 to shoot. And there it is for him. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Morris passes to Dozier. McGee against Powell. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Hardaway comes to help. Shot clock at 5. And he makes that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here is Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Here's McGee. Nice D from Porzingis. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as many as 14 points. The Nuggets trail by 10. The shot's good from McGee.
It's not rocket science. At some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
Doncic feeling it out. The pass to Hardaway. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Nuggets running out of time. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. Nice D from Porzingis.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. On the wing, Doncic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. Until the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Dallas moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Doncic, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Murray against Doncic.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Mavericks.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
To the middle and stolen by Gordon.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic with it. Passes it to Marjanovic. From deep three-point range, and it's Luka Doncic with the 3.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
So we It's ended up.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Leonard with the bucket. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And it's Leonard missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Porzingis to the right side. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. The 3 from George. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three. It's on Luka Doncic. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this one.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
And he makes all three.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by George.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Hardaway with it. Leonard picks him up. Hardaway passes to Doncic. George looking around. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 6.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you've got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Doncic against Leonard. Shoots from the high post. Doncic with the bucket.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
And so they foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now here's Leonard. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Here's Brunson. They trail by 6. And he banks in the layup. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Beverly dishes to George. Three-pointer, and stolen by Cauley Stein. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. With the putdown, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. That one doesn't drop. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Redick, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And the rejection by Ibaka. Out in his own on the break. And that one's good. Beverly.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Brunson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Richardson against George. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 9.
Man, you've got to like the way George puts the right touch and arc on his shots from deep. He's an outstanding shooter from range.
Richardson against George. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
The basket's coming early and often in the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Los Angeles.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, Powell is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Richardson. And it's Brunson in at the 1. Now here's Batum. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Batum's got his first bucket in this one. Now Brunson. Rebounded by Jackson. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Brunson, and he dunks it down.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Pass to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Richardson against Kennard. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Just 4 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Richardson outside. Cauley-Stein dishes to Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
Los Angeles has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Jackson kicks to Kennard. The pass to Batum. Outside Jackson passes it to Kennard. The 9-foot shot. It's hauled in by Richardson. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Now here is Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jackson finds Kennard. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Brunson. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's George. The Mavericks making the shot. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. 5 on the clock. A floater. A shot. No good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy.
Oh, what a dunk!
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Leonard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Pass to Ibaka. Dishes to George. Back to Ibaka. Zubac trying to break loose. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ibaka. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Doncic against Leonard. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. A miss that time would have put him up. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Hardaway, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Kennard for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Count it in. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Here's Doncic. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got 10 points. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Now the pass to Cousins. Out to Morris. Back to Cousins. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Boy, that's just tremendous focus there, guys. I mean, Hardaway Jr. doing a nice job keeping his composure in a tough spot.
Dallas shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree.
And Batum throwing it down with ease.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Doncic passes to Hardaway. And he drops it in from the low post. He has 5. Clippers trail by 4. The dish now to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
The 7'3" Latvian Porzingis is used to overcoming tough defense. Poise from the big man.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Back to Leonard. Kicks it to Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Shoots from the right block. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
George against Richardson. And the shot is good. Richardson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
A 3 from Leonard. Offensive rebound. Zubac. Beverly for 3. No good on the shot. Dallas leading by 6. Fast break, Dallas. Excellent D there from George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Ibaka, the pass to Zubac. Back to Ibaka. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Stolen by Beverly. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Cauley Stein. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Clippers trail by 8. Pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. Richardson cover. And stolen by Redick. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Leonard. 12 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Now the feed to Ibaka. Wide open look here for Zubac. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here, we've got Jalen Brunson. Powell is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Richardson in a 2-guard. Powell kicks to Brunson. And the rejection by Ibaka. And now the fast break, George with the ball. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Brunson.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review and
in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it with double checking, and the game continues on.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, it's rare to see a 7-footer shoot well from the foul line, guys, but that's Porzingis for you. Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And here's George for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's Doncic. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Hardaway against George. Porzingis inside. Yep, it counts.
Boy, you look at Porzingis, this guy is very skilled, and you give him those kind of looks, he'll cash in all day long.
George dishes to Leonard. Outside for George. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. Ibaka, the pass to Cousins. Outside Leonard from deep three-point range. Good.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Porzingis finds Marjanovic. And here is Doncic. That shot off. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers trail by 7. Here's George. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Doncic feeling it out. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Doncic against Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Leonard. And the 3 off target. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. And the shot goes down.
Good job that time by Doncic to keep aware of the clock. Nice job getting the shot off there.
George against Doncic. Shoots. Ibaka finds Leonard. From outside the arc. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. To the left wing. Pass to Marjanovic. To the inside. And stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
George against Doncic. A pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And guys, they know he's going to finish off the lob in style. Porzingis and his teammates connecting on target.
And here's George for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. And so it's Dallas winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition. It's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Here's Doncic. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum with the ball. And he makes good on the layup.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The Mavericks pull it in.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And Doncic, here we go. And that one, good. Doncic has got 6 points.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
And Lillard throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the kick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Luka Doncic again. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
Well, they've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start tonight.
Lillard with no one around. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Staying locked in. That's what helps Cauley Stein finish off these challenging buckets over the defense.
Lillard attacking, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Portland shooting their first free throw of the game.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
Brunson. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Back to Redick, right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And they're on the break. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Well, that's just what you said. Solid scoring from all 3 levels. Very consistent in his approach.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Taking matters into his own hand.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
That's tipped.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
A perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
And here's Brunson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Simons. Hollis Jefferson passes to Giles. The three. Tries again. Anthony nowhere around. No good. That would have tied it. Now here's Powell. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Dallas. They're up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And Reddick kicks to Brunson. And that one is good. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Brunson. He has 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's Cantor.
It was great to see Cantor's willingness to bang and bump down low. He brings so much toughness to his team.
Portland shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first one falls. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And so he hits both. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Doncic looking it over. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Lillard. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Doncic outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Lillard from outside. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Porzingis on the follow.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Here's Lillard, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 1:14 left to play here in the half. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 6.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
McCollum against Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's a 9-point Maverick lead. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And that's going to be a travel. Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 11 points.
And look at that. The touch of Lillard inside. So impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Doncic with it. He's got 10. 6 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs. Lillard from outside, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks ahead by 9 as the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Check. And
if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Marjanovic. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Clock at 4. Here's Porzingis. And another shot. Shoots over Covington. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over it.
Now, Doncic. He's got 14. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it goes down 2 points. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket.
And it's important for Cauley-Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Redick finds Brunson. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got 10 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Simon. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Over Giles. Here's Richardson. Brunson scanning the floor. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Anthony with the bucket.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
55 seconds left in the third. Powell, the pass to Brunson. And now Portland on the break. Anthony leading the charge. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Outside, Redick. The tray. A second chance effort. Here's Cauley-Stein, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Portland called for the foul.
Now, you got to give major props to Cauley-Stein for using his effective shot fake to draw the defense off the ground. Once they are in the air, he simply just goes up on them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And here is Anthony. Pass to Simons. Lobs it up for Cantor. Anthony finds Cantor. And stolen by Richardson. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks lead by 13. And will return shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Simons in at the point. Trailblazers trail by 10. There's Hollis-Jefferson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Powell. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. The shot by Powell, no good. Trailblazer shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Back to Cantor. There's the pass to Simons. Portland needs to get off a shot. Cantor finds Hollis-Jefferson. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Puts it up from 12. Cauley Stein.
More of an off-ball guard. Richardson has worked on the distribution part of his game. Nice to see it right there.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And here's Anthony from the arc. That shot misses. And it's Dallas the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. Passes it to Doncic. With the shot. Got a hand on it. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Lets it go from deep. Portland again missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Anthony. Portland again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 11. There's Hollis-Jefferson and the rejection by Marjanovic. Hardaway against Anthony. Second shot opportunity. Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He was like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold. Anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Fires the three, and it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Dallas.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Dallas.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Hardaway hits them both. And here are the Trailblazers now, trailing by 17. Lillard way outside. Portland again missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Doncic missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
At the line for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Porzingis. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Now, here's Lillard. From deep. Lillard again missing. Powell with the steal. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.